Yeah, there is a gigantic game, and I can say that because both teams are still unbeaten, and it's October virtually.
Yeah, wow.
That is between Spurs and Liverpool on Saturday. Someone who's played for both of these is Peter Crouch. Of course, he's famous for millions of things these days, not least his social media brilliance. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Hello, guys. All right?
Yeah,
Very good. Great to have you on. Before we get on to matters football, you're actually we were able to spend some time with you because you're promoting. I mean, what? I can't imagine why Bovril needs promoting, but you are
the greatest half-time drink.
Tell us about that,
without
Peter.
the best. No, I'm down at Burton Albion today, and obviously, Bovril sponsor Burton, and I've loved it ever since I was a kid. Mentioned it loads on my podcast, and so I've partnered up with them finally. It's finally the one I wanted.
Yeah, never mind all those watches and cars and things. The free Bovril, that's where you're at, Peter.
Oh, mate, you're joking. I'm here now drinking one. Me and my dad used to drink it on the terraces as kids, honestly. I've always been a fan.
I'm going to give you a Bovril tip, Peter. I don't know if anyone's given you a Bovril tip today, but this is my top tip, especially for the winter. Take with you, when you have your Bovril, a little sachet of horseradish sauce, right? You put some of that in your Bovril. You've got a roast dinner in a cup.
Oh, my God. What more would you want than that?
It hadn't occurred to me. Of course, it's a beef drink, so the horseradish would be lovely.
You're having Sunday lunch.
Because when you said what you need to bring with a Bovril, particularly in winter, I thought you were going to say bring a hip flask with you, but,
Well, maybe.
Apparently not. Peter, what else can you tell us about the Bovril before we get onto the football? Have you got your own recipes for it, or is it you're just enjoying your day in Burton?
No, do you know what? I've just met a few players. Obviously, I'm promoting Bovril at the minute, and we met a few players. I had to explain to them the history of Bovril and how much I enjoy it, and how much people on the terraces have enjoyed it. It's been going since 1886, believe it or not.
I mean, one question about it, Pete. Why does it need promoting? He's got no rivals, has it?
That's true. There's not too many beefy drinks out there.
No, there's your Bovril or your fizzy water. What else are you going to have at the football?
Fizzy Bovril.
I wonder. I worry though these days. I feel like terraces are being gentrified at times, and I feel there'll always be a place for Bovril.
Absolutely, it's an old school drink.
And because Peter, no doubt, is won't say this, but for those of you of a certain age, the youngsters among you, I get it. Most of the youngsters have given up drinking tea and coffee; they just drink water. Yeah. Get your hands around a mug of Bovril at half time at a football match, particularly when you're cold. Everything is transformed. Even the players look better after a while.
If you get it at half time, it's more or less cooled down by full time. It
starts off nuclear.
Just about ready to
drink. And then you have to drink it near the medical services because you may need them. Peter, what about the football? Liverpool. It seems to me are completely reborn with their new midfield, one of your ex-clubs. Yeah. More importantly to me, and to my amazement, Spurs, who were the worst-looking team in England for 2 years, are suddenly among the most attractive teams in England. So this is a huge game there in North London at the weekend.
Yeah, honestly, I did quite a lot of the Spurs games last year. And it wasn't just the kind of manner of the defeats. It was honestly, it was the way they played. It was hard to watch at times, and they just got a new lease of life. Obviously, the manager, I've spoke to quite a few of the players, and they feel like they're playing as if they were kids again. I suppose if you have that kind of brand of football, then you go to the way they're playing now. Just been so exciting, and of course it's early days. And, Spurs have been accused of, I suppose, being Spursy at times, and that's something obviously they want to shake. So we don't want to get carried away too early. But do you know what? The thing about it at the moment is it's enjoyable to watch.
I'm sorry, I'll get a question from Charlie in a second. The thing is, Peter, you can lose any football game, but you have to try and win it. And that's all I was requiring of Spurs. Look like you want to win the football match, not just sit there on the edge of your own penalty area waiting to get done.
The frustrating thing for me at times was I felt they had the players, the best players they had were going forward, and it felt like they were sitting back in places where they shouldn't be. You want Son, Kane at the time, obviously, moving forward, Kulusevski players, like the best players they had were the forward players, and it felt like they were permanently on the halfway line. But you know what? That's all gone now. It's exciting. I love watching Spurs play at the moment, and they're going to give Liverpool a big game on the weekend.
Yeah. Did you play Spurs? I mean, you must have played a few Spurs. Tottenham on both sides.
Yeah, I did. I
Spurs,
remember.
Liverpool.
I'm trying to think. I think Asu Akoto got a great goal, I believe, against Liverpool 2 years ago at White Hart Lane. That was. I'm trying to remember any other games.
Well, to tell you why you've forgotten them, Peter, particularly with your Spurs shirt on, is because in the last few years, the last 15 years, Liverpool have won virtually every one of the games. It's something it's another thing that's a kind of curse that Spurs have got to break. You can't just keep on losing to the same team over and over again. And in recent years, they found really odd ways of doing it. Remember, they got back to 3-3 against Liverpool last season. I think it was Lucas Moore then set up Liverpool's winner deep into added on time. Got to stop all that. But a new team, Peter, with 8 new players from the team that ended last season, means that they shouldn't have those sort of mental scars from getting beat by Liverpool time after time.
In all honesty, I wouldn't say that the players have got those mental scars, and because the manager especially, like, he's brand new to this. He'll be looking at it from a fresh point of view. He certainly won't be mentioning it. It's only people like us that keep mentioning this dire record, and of course, they want to make amends for that. But I can't see them having that in their minds going into the weekend.
You did, of course. I think I'm just looking at your record for Liverpool and your record for Spurs. You've played 85 times for Liverpool, 22 goals. And then 73 times for Spurs, 12 goals. So
Liverpool are a better team. That was the problem.
A better team. Was that what it was? Was it? Yeah.
But nothing compares. Those proportions are all right. Nothing compares to Peter's record for England. Check that out.
Oh, okay, let's have a little look at England. It's 1 in 2. 42
good
appearances.
As anybody.
42 appearances, 22 goals. Incredible.
With the exception of Jimmy Greaves, as good as anybody, and Bobby Smith. So I'm keeping all the Spurs centre forwards together there, aren't I? Peter, you still love the game?
Say that again?
You still love the game of football? Because often people, when they stop being players, you can see some of them find the whole thing a bit dull, but you're not one of those.
No, not at all. No, I love it. Like, that's why I kind of, stay involved really, with TNT doing the games certainly on a Saturday morning, and I get to go to Champions League games, obviously, with them as well. And I just love being around kind of the buzz of being at the live game. Obviously, I've got a lot going on, and I'm enjoying what I do, but there's nothing better than going to the live games and being around players and managers, and that buzz of being right kind of touchline is just been great. So no, I've loved it.
And one eye on the Ryder Cup this weekend. I know you're a big golf fan.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, like I play, badly. I'm a retired footballer. That's what we do. We play golf on a regular basis, and I love it. Yeah, I would have loved to have been out there. I watched the pro-am yesterday and watched obviously Gareth Bale and Shevchenko.
Oh, he's murder, isn't he? Bale is murder at golf. Let me ask you a question, Peter. Do you have to get the club specially made for you because of your height?
Yes, I do. I've got an inch and a half longer. And I always say it's a more difficult game for me. The ball is much further away than other players.
But at least you're aware of the overhead conditions before everyone else.
Very true. Very true.
The pro at my dad's golf club in Devon is 7'2".
What?
So, I don't think you've got much excuse, Peter, I'm afraid.
Oh, you've absolutely blown me up on talkSPORT.
He only had 2 things going for him there, Peter. His England goal-scoring record and his height, and you've taken one of them away from him.
7'2" golf pro.
That lacks gratitude, and yet we are very thankful, Peter, for you joining us. Get your views on the football and, of course, the enduring brilliance of Bovril. Thank you very much, Peter.
Cheers,
Crouch. Bye-bye, Pete.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Cheers.
There is what a man. Now there's somebody. When he was playing, could we have worked out that he was going to become an absolute media superstar and an internet superstar? No,
because he's different. You see, he's slightly different.
He made that joke, didn't he? In the middle of his career, when someone asked him, "What would you be if you hadn't been a footballer?" And he made. I'm following the foreplay thing. I'm not going to say it because people say this whole show has gone below the belt.
Let's go with single, Dan.
Yeah, but he made that joke, and everyone was like, Oh, hello, right, personality. Okay. Yeah, hello. We've got one. We've got a live one here, haven't we?
Not been media trained yet.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.